Hey there, Katie. Well, the big change from yesterday here in Terrebonne Parish is that re-entry is now allowed, but that is enter at your own risk, and parish leaders want you to know what you're coming back to. What you're coming back to is scenes like this. This is a shell station just destroyed by Hurricane Ida, top to bottom, inside and out. And when you look across the road, Cayo Road over here, another service station, same scene, just devastation when you look up and down this highway. There is no electricity here. Water is coming back online, but not fully functional at this point. Hospitals are not open, although the parish is trying to set up a mobile unit outside of one of the hospitals to handle acute care. Resources are limited. Services are limited. Keep all of that in mind. In the midst of it all, though, there's a lot of cleanup to be done, and some folks are not wasting time. Craig Adams stands on the steps of the place he's called home the last 9 years. Thankful he wasn't inside when Hurricane Ida tore through Houma.
I left in time, good time though.
A last-minute decision he says he's thankful for after seeing what the storm did to his neighborhood.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't even believe it at all.
That disbelief is shared by lots of folks as they return to Houma and Terrebonne Parish, getting a good look at the damage. Up the road in Thibodaux, there are open gas stations, but incredibly long lines to fill up. There may be no electricity here, but communities are energized in a different way.
People have come together like in a way I've never seen them before, and that really helps.
Roof damage, water leaks, broken windows, and debris outside Alton Harris's house had crews busy putting on blue tarps Wednesday afternoon. He rode the storm out inside.
It was horrific. I had never been in a Category 4 like this before, but riding it out, it was harrowing.
These folks are helping clean up damage at the home of a parish employee who hasn't had time to stop working.
That's how it is over here in South Louisiana. When, storm hits, you have to help each other out.
Back in Adams' neighborhood,
It's gonna hurt for a long time because I have to start all over from scratch again.
he lost everything, but knows he's not the only one.
My blessing go out to the other people too that have a lot of stuff they don't lose. It's not just one person. You gotta look out for everybody else too.
All right, so I'm happy to say Mr. Adams right there does have a place to sleep tonight. He is staying with his sister, who also lives in Houma. Her home was absolutely fine while they both try and figure things out. Something else that's trying to be figured out here in the parish, food and meal distributions. All the material is on the way. It's not here yet. They're trying to figure out how to best navigate this situation. When it does get here, they're going to set up what's called pods. That's an acronym for points of distribution. Those will be set up through the parish. Once that happens, we expect that to happen, Karen, Katie, sometime this week.
Mike, that shot of his roof and him looking up made my jaw drop. Can you talk about what you're seeing as you're driving around? I know people are desperate for information about their neighborhoods.
A lot of people are desperate for information about their neighborhoods, and we're trying to get that out as much as possible. One big issue down here is connectivity. It's hard to really send out photos and videos, but as we were driving down into Chauvin, a little past Chauvin down towards Cocodrie, I've gotten some images from out there. We tried to make our way to Montague this afternoon, wasn't able to get there, but from what parish leaders and emergency crews are telling me, a lot of those places, the camps that you see down there and some of the homes by the bayou, they're just gone. As we were driving down, I've posted a lot of this on social media, you can see roofs just ripped off, you can see mobile homes flipped over, some of the mobile homes appear to be cut in half, there are trees on houses, power lines down. It is a disaster the further down the bayou you go.
And Thibodaux fared better than Houma, right? Is that a fair statement?
Yeah. I mean, considering what we're seeing around us down here, Thibodaux did fare a little bit better. They actually have the only hospital in the region that's operational right now. We're told about 95 emergency room patients are still there. So anybody in need of medical care, that's where they're going. Much of Thibodaux, though, still without power. Water's still spotty there. So folks in Thibodaux do have some downed trees. There are some shopping centers that we saw as we were driving around that are just destroyed. The little strip malls that you see commonly. So they still did bear a brunt of this, but the further down you go is where we really start to see the devastating impacts as opposed to just the damage that is a little more cosmetic.
Those areas are just going to need lots of love and help in the coming weeks and months. It is unreal to think about how much devastation is down there. Mike, you're on one of our live equipment that runs on cell service, right? So the fact that you're live down there seems to be a good sign in terms of connectivity.
Well, we are on a satellite truck. We have borrowed from our sister station over in Austin, KView. So thankfully, we've been able to bring you some live shots because, yeah, you're right. We have tried to go live from here many times using cell service and cell signals. It doesn't exist over the last few days. So we have had such a hard time trying to get information and everything back video-wise because that's what people want to see. They want to know what their area looks like, what their neighborhoods look like. So we're finally able to get down here with these satellite trucks and actually get signals out. The parish is slowly starting to come online. AT&T, Verizon, and the other carriers are starting to bring in some towers to help with these transmissions. And we've started noticing around areas that we've driven in that we are starting to get some of those signals. So that is definitely a good sign that connection is really starting to be established down there, Katie.